I've titled today's meditation Light from the Void. And before we begin this meditation itself, I'd like to take a moment to just arrive here in this season, in this breath, and this turning point of the year. We know that the winter solstice marks the shortest day and longest night. From this moment forward, the light slowly begins to return. And across cultures, this has been seen. Humans notice this turning, not intellectually, but viscerally through the land, through the sky, through their body. And because this moment teaches us something essential, it teaches us that darkness is not an enemy, it's a container. Around the world, many traditions honor this same truth, and it's so beautiful to see how it manifests through them. In Taoism, we see that the solstice is the most yin day of the year. And because yin is complete, yang is then born. Stillness gives rise to the movement. Darkness gives rise to the light. In Judaism, we light the menorah because one lit candle represents the light in the darkness, arriving all at once, but grows gradually with the darkness. In Christian traditions, we of course see the birth of Christ, which is the divine light and entering the world of darkness, not through force, but through humility and an incarnation. In Northern Europe, we see Yule, with the Yule log being burned during the darkest day, honoring the sun's rebirth, bringing warmth and light. In ancient Rome, we see the tradition of Saturn, a festival of reversal, rest, and release, honoring the breakdown of right order before renewal. In Persian tradition, we see Shab-e Yalda, which is the longest night of the year, is celebrated as a sacred vigil, where darkness is then renewed. And indigenous traditions across the Americas, such as the Hopi, this is a marking time of renewal, prayer, and preparation. Each culture saw the same thing reflected in the world, that light emerges from darkness, not in spite, but because of it. So, as we go through this meditation, remind ourselves tonight to not rush towards the light. We enter the darkness as a place of rest, safety, and remembering. And as we enter this meditation, I will leave us with a quote from my favorite show growing up. And the quote goes, "The true mind can weather all the lies and illusions without being lost. The true heart can touch the poison of hatred without being harmed. Since beginningless time, darkness thrives in the void, but always yields to purifying light." Allow your body to settle, not by effort, but by permission. Notice that this breath is just as it is. Imagine yourself now being wrapped in soft darkness, not empty, not threatening, but supportive, like a warm night sky or deep cave in the earth. This is yin. Yin is slowness. Yin is depth. Yin is rest, reflection, intuition, and the divine feminine. Here, nothing is required of you. Let the nervous system soften. Let the mind widen rather than sharpen. If it feels helpful, imagine the darkness as a gentle weight, like a heavy weighted blanket, grounding you into the earth. This darkness does not judge. It does not rush you. It does not ask you to perform. In this space, you are allowed to be unfinished. If you've been taught to fear this space, notice that gently now. Notice where that fear lives in the body. So much of modern life is structured around the yang. Productivity, speed, brightness, forward motion. We are rarely taught how to rest inside the yin. And therefore the yin becomes unfamiliar, misunderstood, even feared. But yin is not collapse. Yin is gestation. It is where lost parts of the self go to wait patiently, not gone, only quiet. In this darkness, ask softly, what part of me has been resting here, waiting for permission to return? Do not do the yang thing and search for an answer. Let whatever arises, sensation, image, emotion, or literally nothing at all, be enough. The darkness can hold it. Now imagine the darkness becoming even more still, not stagnant, but pregnant with possibility. This is the void. In Taoist language, the void is not nothingness, it is the source. Stay here. Let the breath become almost imperceptible. Feel how supported you are, held but seen. From somewhere deep within this darkness, notice the faintest flicker. Not a blaze, not a demand, just a spark. You can witness yang being born from yin. You can have the realization that these are not two separate truths. That actually neither can exist without the other. And with this knowing, you'll realize the paradox. They are opposites. They are separate. And at the exact same time, they are one. A small warmth, a quiet clarity, a knowing that does not need words. This light does not erase the darkness. It coexists with it. The darkness remains the foundation, and the light becomes the exact size it needs to be. You don't need to carry it. It's simply enough to know it exists. And as this meditation slowly resparks your awareness, remind yourself that you do not need to force growth. You do not need to force yang. You do not need to rush into emergence. Because like the sun, following today's date, the return of light is inevitable and gradual. Carry with you this truth. Darkness is not failure. It is a sacred pause. When you're ready, Gently return to your breath. And when it feels right, open your eyes and allow that light of this moment to enter you. And as you may slowly come back to, I'd like to start off with thanking everybody who witnessed this live. And I can almost feel the presence also of all those joining us at another time in another place. So I'm excited for that as well.